Oh, that'd be awesome if there was no idols.
Did you see me wince when you said uncertainty?
I literally starved the first time. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I know I can do it.
Yeah.
Everybody else?
Don't make me relive this fire making thing. Like, I can't handle the comments for another, dozen years.
What do you really hope fans changed?
It sounds corny. I don't really want it to change. I know that's crazy, but everything about it shifted it to where it's all perfectly done. Like, if we had food, some people might have been way more with it and done better in challenges. I don't know that I necessarily want that. If without the beware advantages, maybe it would be too easy and the people that you don't want having an idol would get an idol. So it's almost like, man, it might have morphed perfectly into what it needs to be. That's my honest opinion.
I hope they kept in Final Four fire making. I know that that's not a lot of people's favorites, but I love it. I love it because it's a mechanism that protects players like me, who when you get close to the end of the game, typically I don't think people would want to sit with me this time if I was able to get that far.
Get rid of the fire making because I'm terrible at it. It's a self-serving opinion, but I just don't like the fire making.
I hope there's food and supplies. That's not just like, oh, I want it to be easier out here on the players. I mean, sure, I'll take it. But I actually think I'm, in general, better at the suffering part of Survivor than most players will be. So I'm fine without food and supplies.
I don't mind being hungry. I think other people can get curmudgeon-y or I've lived in circumstances before. I'm fine with, not having supplies, not having rice, whatever it may be, because I'm okay with that stuff.
The fan in me and the me in me both want chaos. And I think about, if I'm going to frame this theme to the cast, like, hey, what do the fans want? Do the fans want Colby and Jenna and Stephanie and Coach and Suri, them fight, somehow find a way to pick off everyone? That might be exciting. No, you want a mashup. There's a reason that people like the Avengers films. I'm not sure. Can I say that, Disney? I don't know. But it's because it's a mashup of people from different eras of different things all together. That's just exciting.
Yeah.
That's what the fans want to see.
I hope they vote for rice. I hope they vote for less twists. But at the same time, I hope they throw everything at us, including the kitchen sink. I hope there's an exile. I hope there's a edge of extinction or whatever it is. I hope there's twists and turns that we haven't seen before. That would be really cool. It kind of put me on an even playing field with everybody else, because most people out here are a student of the game, and I'm not. I'm a student of the players, but I had to really research how many times can you play your shot in the dark advantage. Can you play it at every tribal? Oh, you can only play it once. Okay, got it. I hope that they, in ways, make it softer on us, and I don't lose 60 pounds like I did the first time around from casting to getting voted off. But in other ways, I hope they make it hard on us. I hope it's double eliminations and tribe swap, double elimination, tribe swap, and just keep it coming, because this season needs to be epic. I'm here to make it epic. As long as I'm in the game, I want to make it as epic as possible.
Changing a lot is not very important. I don't want a whole bunch of advantages, like knowledge is power and the idol nullifier and people being able just to get up and walk out of tribal. Give us an idol, give us a stiller vote, give us a extra vote, whatever it is. Keep it simple like that and allow us to make moves within the game that's not too bizarre, not too crazy. I don't want all these journeys and people losing votes. Like, that is so insane and crazy to me that this is where we are with the journeys, where you have to go on a journey, which used to be a reward. Now it's a big risk to even go. And so I don't want the journeys. Keep them.
I'm hoping journeys are out. So I hope we start with 0 tools, because given the right circumstances, I can start a friction fire. It's just people are like, you haven't practiced that? Yeah, I did, but we're on a tropical island and a lot of times it's too wet for things to burn. But I would like to start with nothing, because I think when people are torn down quicker, their true colors show through faster.
I appreciate the fire making at 4th place. I think that's a skill that you should develop when you're on Survivor. And, you could be like, take Jonathan, for example. He is a survivalist. He's good at that, but he just couldn't make fire when he needed to. And it's a shame, but it's also one of those things that I couldn't do a puzzle when I needed to, it's like, that's Survivor. You can't do a puzzle for $1 million. That's just how it goes sometimes.
I hope fans took out hidden immunity idols, but I hope that they kept in fire making. Selfishly, because if it had been a final 3 on All Stars, I'd have won, So if I get to the final four, I want to at least have a shot at my own fate better than my foot on a pedestal. So I hope the fire making's in there.
I hope there's a medium amount of advantages. I don't want there to be so many that you're just like finding it in your camp. You know, I want you to have to work to find an advantage because I had to work to find mine.
You know, I think all of us want to see less twists and turns and more just gameplay, right? Like, let's get it back to what Survivor was, right? Because this is a milestone season. We're reflecting on where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. And I think where Survivor started is the greatest social experiment that was ever invented. And there were no idols in the first season. There were no, beware advantages or steal a votes. And so I think what fans want to see is just a great cast having human moments and interaction and creating the society that they want by voting out people that they don't and navigating those dynamics. And so, not to say, do I want there to be idols at all? Yes. But I just don't think we need to get too fancy with it. I think let's just keep it simple and keep it fun.
I could do without the rice. They could keep the rice. I went 11 days without rice. I don't need it.
Yeah. Like if anyone's prepared to starve, I think you are.
I literally starved the first time. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I know I can do it.
Yeah.
Everybody else?
Survivor is such a strategic game. You have the idols, advantages, like different challenges. But the number one thing I hope they changed is that there is rice during this game. Like, there would be literally days where all I would eat was coconut. And it got to the point where the coconut would literally make me sick to my stomach. So at that point, you're either choosing, okay, am I going to be nauseous during a challenge and possibly throw up everywhere because I had a little sliver of coconut, or am I going to starve, And so having that little bit of fuel not only can help you during the challenges, but it can also help you on the island itself. It can kind of like fuel players to go searching for idols and strategize. And I think that the rice will literally save me this season if it's here.
And I don't want fire making. Like, I'm very comfortable making a fire very quickly. It's something, I made a fast fire last time. Chris made a record-setting fast fire, but my flame's going. And I'm a lot faster now. Like, I can make a fire in about 30 seconds, but I bet you at least 19 of the folks here can do the same thing. You'd be crazy if you couldn't at this point. And there's so much luck involved with the wind and stuff that we've seen. So I'd like to see what Survivor, they're so creative. Like, what can you come up with that has the same drama for a one-on-one? Don't make me relive this fire making thing. Like, I can't handle the comments for another, dozen years. Yeah, let's try something new.
Final four fire making, I hope they scrap that. Like, let's bring out the claws all the way to the end of the game.
Yeah, more political.
Yeah, because you got to play really good. Because at the end, I feel like fire making is fun to watch, don't get me wrong. But in a way, it's kind of like a cop-out. Because it's like, oh, I'm still giving you a chance to fight. No, I want you to tell me to my face you want me out of this game and write my name down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
But don't write my name down because I'm going to win. So
what I do hope they kind of tamper down a little bit is all the advantages and idols and this and that. I mean, obviously, for obvious reasons. I don't mind a idol here and there. We come from the land of the idols, right? Exile Island, there was an idol on Exile Island. I'm all for idols, but I think too much seasoning in the soup makes the soup salty.
Still hope there's idols. There has to be idols. We cannot not have idols in a game because things are going to get mundane and it's a snooze fest and we need to keep up with whatever's going on in the game. But not too much that I can't keep up as a player. Because if I can't keep up as a player, the fans are not going to be able to keep up as fans. And it's hard to keep up as a player, so.
Speaking of idols, we don't know if there are idols or not in season 50.
That'd be awesome if there was no idols. That would be great. As a fan, I'm putting that out there. I'm manifesting. No idols would be awesome because then you have to play on your laurels. You have to use tools and skills that you didn't even know you possess. There is no saving you because you lucked up upon, as I never have. You lucked up upon a secret. That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Yeah, who's to say what's going to happen? But
I didn't even give that. I don't know if you could see the light bulb over my head. Like, I didn't even give that a thought that there could potentially be no. I would love that. I would really love that. And all the fans that
Feel me. Manifest it.
I really hope that Final Four fire making is gone. And that's totally selfish. I just can't make fire very well. I swear I practice. Like everyone's like, why don't you practice it? I practice, okay? I just suck at it for some reason. So on the off chance that I make it that far, I would hope that I was just, had the social wherewithal to pass a vote as opposed to try to make fire.
I just really hope that the fans voted for no rice, because the lack of food affects bigger people more than it affects smaller people, because they need, more calories to fuel their bodies. I don't need that many calories. And so if we're all eating nothing, it's going to hit them harder than it hits me. And so I want them to struggle more than me.
I don't think a lot of people will agree with me, but I hope like the Beware Advantage style of play, like I kind of hope we just go back to straight idols, because not because it's easier, because I feel like it makes it more cutthroat. People are more willing to like, I'm getting that idol. And then you have to look for it. Then I have to go chase you down. And then I think it actually adds more drama. So I think that selfishly that would be it. Like just make them straight idols again. Just that's it.
Of course, I hope that they voted no Final Four fire making. Yes. When I played season 35, I got thrown a curveball that was an uncertainty that I never expected, and that was the Final Four fire making challenge. And let me tell you what, I learned my lesson. So I think that I am very pumped to go into a season of uncertainty and be able to sort of prepare for multiple scenarios, right? What do I do if there is an idol or if there's not an idol? What do I do if there is rice or not rice? What do I do if there are journeys or not journeys? I certainly think it makes the game a lot more fun. There's a lot more possibilities, a lot more fun scheming and lying. I'll say, use the L word, lying that we can do around not knowing what's happening. So I love it. I love the theme.
The one thing I voted for is to end the fire making challenge at 4. I feel like that I've seen it at this point. It's like let's I do think that like, the DNA of the game is voting people out and then getting those people to vote for you for the money. You know what I mean? And that's the essence of the game. So I feel like I'd like to see that be, put back in.
I normally hate Final Four fire making, and if I wasn't playing on 50, I would vote for no Final Four fire making. I voted yes for it, and I hope the fans also vote yes, because I need redemption. I want to be there at Final Four. Even if I win individual immunity, I am giving that necklace up. And if that gets me sent out of the game because I can't make fire faster than the person next to me, so be it. I just want to build a fire because I had nothing last time. And it's embarrassing. And I need to do it for myself. I've had this recurring dream since coming back from 48. It's kind of sad, honestly. But it's just me and Jeff at Tribal Council. The fire making stations are set up. There's 2 of them. Jeff sits me down at one of them and he's like, Camilla, there's no cameras, nobody's here, we have all night. You can make a fire, I believe in you. And I sit down, and my hands go to grab the supplies, and I wake up. I never get to make fire. I need to put an end to this dream.
You've been haunted.
Yes.
You've been haunted.
Yes.
I think it makes some people that have a great resume somehow, squeak through because, they can't get rid of them in the Final Four. So sometimes it makes for, good contestants at the end. And I won the fire making, so like it's nothing personal. Like I'd be fine if it was still run this season, but I just think there's something about still I think of a great season like Cagayan, the first one with Tony, where it was like really down to like 3 people and they're still deciding who to vote out, and Tony trying to like get Wu to like it's like. Those decisions of like who to keep in the game and who not to, and who's going to have a better shot with the jury. Like, I just feel like that feels like more the essence of the game. It's not about fire making.
When we got rice on season 45, just having a handful of rice made such a big difference to my brain functioning. And it's not just like a hazing thing or like, if I suffered, you have to suffer too. But I genuinely think it is a different game to play when you are completely malnourished and you have nothing going into your body, as opposed to even just having a few hundred calories a day.
And so you want that deficit.
I want that deficit because I had experienced it, and I want other older era players to understand that, for a lot of the first half of the new era game of Survivor with no rice,
that is what people are fighting against. It's less of a physically taxing game from the challenge perspective and much more from the mentally, you have nothing and you're starving, you're deprived, and not even a handful of rice a day. That within itself is way more challenging than I think people give it credit for.
The live finale. Go back to a live finale. That was awesome. Just like reading it on the island and everybody is eating pizza and drinking champagne. I mean, I wouldn't even be able to focus. I would be like, where's more pizza? I don't even want to talk. Shut up. Give me pizza. Yeah, and then people's families are there. And if you do go to the end, like how amazing. You get to like have that experience with your family on live TV. I mean, I lost on live TV right in front of my family. Like, but even so.
That sucks, but it's electric.
Like I was sitting in the final 2 seat. Like that was like, you know, we all knew I was probably going to lose, but just to be there.
Yeah.
It's hard to even get there.
And maybe it's naive of me, but I don't view that aspect of this game in a way where I try to predict or I hope, right? Meaning I'm much better suited to land on the beach and adapt to whatever's thrown at us. So much so that I actually didn't study or look at what the fans were voting on because I knew Probst will tell us when we need to know. You know, and that doesn't mean he's going to tell us where the idols are, but we'll know what's in play. We'll know what's in store for us when we need to know it. And I think there are a lot of people on this beach that have wasted a tremendous amount of energy trying to predict how many tribes there are going to be. Do the tribe colors have to do with what people are wearing in pregame and at Ponderosa? And all these things that to me are not important, right? We'll know when we need to know, and then it's up to us to adapt.
How much does the uncertainty of this season factor into your strategy?
Did you see me wince when you said uncertainty? I tried to smile and make it nice, but inside I was like,
It's an interesting question. So it is uncertainty, but there's always uncertainty in terms of what production is going to do. But it's rare that you have it broken down into categories. So the players can actually think about, can I come up with a creative lie about something to do with how many idols are in the game, or whether they're in the game or not, or twists or advantages, whatever it may be. It lets the players actually think about what could possibly be different and what possibly you can trick everyone about. And that's what I think is cool about the fan vote.
So I think it helps me personally as a strategy element because I think I have the ability to look at people in a group and say, this is what that person needs. This is what that person's story is. This is what they think that their return is about. That levels the playing field for me. It doesn't matter that I'm not going to an event in Boston or Seattle tonight where I got to meet this person or that person that had pre-existing legacy. That gets wiped away to what is here and now. And I think that will help me.
I mean, coming into 50, the uncertainty is something that I'm banking on. I'm not having my heart set on anything. The new era is all about everything's quick sand. You can't stand on a concrete sidewalk. Whenever you think something's happening, the rug gets pulled out from under you. So I think it's awesome it's in the hands of the fans. Let's see what they throw at us. I'm expecting anything and hoping for nothing because that's not a good way to go in.
My strategy is going to stay the same regardless, but if I have to pivot and move, that's fine too, because that's part of the way I'm going to play is more fluid. Kind of go with the chaos, roll with it. Don't try to change what has been changed. Like if the fans decide that we don't get any rice, I'll look at it at the pro. I can fish. I can help provide food. I'm more valuable. But if they give us food, the good side of it is I can eat, I can have more calories, and I can do better in the challenges.
I think it's huge. I think it makes the game fun. Like, not that Survivor isn't fun, but
it levels it up.
It does, because you can get so much more creative. And what I think the new era does well compared to old school is that with all these advantages, with all this makeup powers that they come up with every season, it allows for a lot more creativity because you can kind of just make up a power or make up an advantage, and like there might be some truth to it. Like, who knows? And the fact that we don't know what's going to come makes it fun, because even though I think idols will come back because that's what most of the fandom wants, like if I find an idol, I can say like, guys, I found a note that says idols don't exist. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot more room to be creative, and I think that's when Survivor is at its best, when everybody's thinking 10 steps ahead and have that extra layer of creativity.
Do you think it's smart to lie about results of fan voting?
I think the great players will know how to navigate it, and the players that don't know how to navigate it will fall quickly. I think there's ways to manipulate it and there's ways to not. Like you can tell a BSer from a BSer, right? So like I think there's going to be moments where you can do it and then there's moments that you can't. Like the Final Four fire making, we don't know if that's going to be a thing, but I'm going to tell everybody if I'm in the hot seat that it's going to be voted for. I'm a super fan. They should believe me because just 4 months ago, I know what the fandom wants. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think for stuff like that, the people that know how to manipulate will do well.
Every single person who's playing this game is lying in some capacity. You know, will we also lie around the uncertainties? Heck yeah. I think so, yeah. I was going to say the players who get further will lie, but maybe I'll say maybe those of us who just want to have more of a good time, like really just enjoy this whole like season 50 experience, we might just have some fun with it.
Some lies are going to have to be told for sure. Like I said, I can't play the same game that I played in the past. I'm gonna have to get down and dirty, and you know that's going to require telling some lies.
Yeah, I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm gonna cause some chaos, and yeah, I'm just gonna have fun with it. As much lies as I can possibly make up while I'm out there, depending on if I see two people are at it with each other, well, maybe now's the time to pull a Sandra and throw someone's hat in the fire so that they can go at it even more, you know? I'm just really excited to have fun.